Well, hello everybody. How you doing this Saturday morning? I am doing pretty well, and I can say fully that I've had a very productive week. And the summer is coming faster and faster than we think it is, and with it coming with summer, school will soon be out. But seeing as how I'm a all year round employee, no, don't have that luxury. So, but we still get the luxury of the occasional, like Fourth of July, Memorial Day being off. So, hey, there's something in there. So, always good to know we got those little perks. But on the lighter side of things, I'm here because a good friend of mine, if I can adjust this, sorry about that. Good friend of mine, Kevin Lambert, he's on the Kaiju Entertainment channel. Shout out to him. He told me or referred to me saying that because he does this on his channel, mentioning about the films that you've pretty much enjoy and what you what you find enjoyable about them. And one of the films that I recently watched that I haven't seen in almost over a decade. It's been so long. It was one of the James Cameron blue 4K videos. The more when I say more popular, the ones that are owned by Disney now. They were Fox, but now they're Disney. And that's Aliens, The Abyss, and True Lies. And funny thing is, I said The Abyss, which still is my favorite James Cameron film, and I decided to watch it, like I said, a week ago, and I just got around to it. But watching it, I can see now, you know, the 4K transfer of this film is marvelous, and all I can say is this film is this a real good. I mean, let's take it. Let's take away for the fact that it's a it's on 4K and that it's whatever. But let's not even mention that. Let's just say this is a very well structured film. I have to say, this is one of James Cameron's child projects. As I like to say, this is something he actually envisioned in his head when he was a teenager. Because he has a very big love of the oceans and everything, and this was just the icing on the cake for him. It was something that he really enjoyed, making. Although this was one of the toughest shoots that you would ever find out. If you see the behind the scenes and whatever, this man, he's perfectionist. I'll give him that. He's a very talented individual. But oh wow, if you all I'll tell you is this: if you was to see the documentary Under Pressure, which is a document talking about the outcomes and whatnot of making this film, you discover that you could say James Cameron is a madman, maybe, but then I think there's some a lot of directors who are like that. But his excuse me, his ambition on what he wanted and what he wanted to go for. Hey, I guess, like I say, you really want something to be brought to life. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I am really right. Okay, I just ate something, so that's probably why I'm doing that. Anyway, get to the point. The film really is a well structured story, and it's really a love, well, I say love story slash sci-fi, type of film, and like I say, it has some deep characters, but at the same time, it really draws out a lot of emotional and humanistic type of things going on. How humans, as we persevere, but we strive on them by, like someone would say, fear and hate. And then that's just kind of the thing about it, though. But with that being said, seeing this film for the longest time, and it's been so long since I've seen it, the transfer of it onto 4K, it is beautiful. You know, it keeps it structured, and it does something that I'm glad it does, because on the DVD you can see it when it puts in the new scenes that when I say new scenes, add on the 30 minutes that was not in the theatrical cut. You see a little kind of slight twinge when you see something added that connects up to a scene that's really was filmed like this, but it had to be taken out. It does not show that. You see it just smooth grace into those scenes, and that's and why I'm saying that. This, I would suggest to anyone, watch the full, nearly 3 hour version of this. I feel you get more story structure from that. You get more out of it. Kind of like when you watch anything foreign. Me personally, watch it in, sub. You know, you can watch it in dub to kind of get an idea. But to me, when you watch something in sub, meaning subtitles, I'm pretty sure anybody knows what that means. But watch it in sub, you realize, and not referring to sub with his because there's submarines in this, subs in there, but no, watch a film in sub, you get more texture, you get more, you know, something about it than just seeing it in dub. And that's just my personal opinion. I mean, that's just how I mean. Maybe I'm kind of perfectionist in terms of wanting to see something and wanting to see it clearly in that aspect, you know. But like I say, this film really is a gem. It really is a great transfer, and like I say, it has the special features that were on the DVD, but it has some new ones too, you know. And it's like I say, it's a real good film, you know. I mean, I just love this film. I mean, I never realized how when you watch a film, you think like, okay, whatever the director makes, you're gonna love all what they make, which I will say that's not always the case, because sometimes there are films that I've seen of George Lucas, although he didn't do too many films alongside. I mean, he did some things more than what he did when he did Star Wars, but like Spielberg, like Nolan, like of course Cameron, and various famous directors. There's some films that I don't quite feel, hit the mark for me, personally. I mean, that's just me. But the rest of them, knock them out the park. But yeah, not everything you're gonna like. And like Honda, Mr. Ashura Honda, some of his films, you know, I wasn't too in the nose wanting to see, watch, or whatever. But that's me though. But with that, you do have your favorites. And my favorite of his was Matango. You know, that's my favorite of Shiro Honda's films. With Spielberg, it varies. I mean, pretty much everything to a degree is my favorite. I can't really pick a favorite with him. Same with Nolan, although with Nolan, I could say it would be The Dark Knight, because that is just a runner. Although Oppenheimer comes in a close second, you know. But with those directors, like I mentioned, those are some of my favorite of their films. But for Cameron, this is my favorite of his, you know. And The Abyss still holds this day as one of my favorite films by him. And if anyone's ever watched, if anyone's never watched, if words work for you, I'm talking to me. If you've never seen this film, if you've never heard of this film, you've never even got a chance to even, experience what it is, check it out, because it really is a good film. It's not something that I would say is what you call, it's not boring, it's long, but it has a smooth way of telling a story with the characters and everything. And the climax is you know, just like I love it, you know. But that's like I say, that's me, and anyone else who you know watched it might say differently, you know. But anyway, but with that being said, that's all I was going to say. That's just my little review of the film, and if you want to pick up a copy of it, you could get it on 4K. If you want to get it on the DVD special edition, you know, you can. It's very rare because it came out like, oh my goodness, almost 25 years ago. It's an old copy, you know, but it's like I say, it really is. If you want to see the theatrical version, you know, go ahead. But to me, the director's cut is more prevalent. It's more impactful. So that is right there again. But anyway, with that being said, I just want to be in closing as always because I feel like if I'm going to give something to you, let you know I won't steer you wrong. But anyway, all that being said, I will conclude by always saying, y'all take care. You always be patient. You have to be patient. Patience is a virtue. And not always with film, but always with kaijus too. Keep that kaiju love alive.